Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kaylin. I'm a master's student at the University of Oxford studying history, and today I wanted to talk all about my 2020 goals and resolutions. It is already the 15th of the month in January, and I've had a little bit of time to think about this. I wanted to make sure that my goals for the year were well thought out and that I wasn't just putting resolutions down on a page that weren't ever going to be achieved. I also wanted to think about my goals personally, professionally, and with this YouTube channel, with my academic career, with my research, with other aspects of my life. And so I wanted to think a little bit more deeply than just saying, oh, well, I want to go to the gym a couple of days a week, or I want to eat healthier, or I'd like to wake up at 5 a.m. every day. I wanted to make sure that my goals were realistic and that they were actually going to be improving my day-to-day life. So I quickly wanted to recap some of the things that I experienced in 2019, which really led to what I want to achieve in 2020. So 2019 was one of the most impactful years of my life. I met some incredible people. I experienced some really incredible opportunities. I graduated from UCLA. I worked for 6 months living back in the Bay Area. I gained acceptance to graduate school at Oxford. I met incredible people along the way. I completed my honors thesis. I prepared for the LSAT and ultimately decided that I would like to begin my graduate studies or my postgraduate studies after Oxford with a PhD rather than a JD. That was a huge decision of mine, and it was not one that I took lightly. During 2019, I attended my first academic conference and really realized that what I wanted out of my academic and professional career was to be a scholar. Throughout 2018, I flip-flopped quite a bit about how I wanted to pursue my research interests as well as my love of law, and I think I've really figured out how I can do that with the study of legal history and with the goal of going and completing a PhD as well as a JD. In 2019, I went on my first solo travel trip. This was an incredible experience for me, and honestly one that I will never forget and one that I will cherish forever. I learned a lot about myself during this trip. It began with me feeling incredibly anxious and lonely. I experienced a lot of the anxiety and depression that I had a couple years prior, but overcame it and actually discovered some real beauty in my travels and really enjoyed my own company. And then in October, I began at Oxford and I met some really incredible friends. I matriculated and began my studies, rededicating myself to my research project and completing my PhD applications. At the end of the year, I traveled a bit with friends. I went to DC. I went down to LA to visit Liam, and I also went to Minnesota to visit my mom since she moved this fall, and ended the year with family. So that was a quick recap of 2020. I wanted to share a bit of those memories with you guys, but also to reflect on them myself. I really see YouTube as a personal diary of mine and a way to kind of catalog my experiences, but also to share them with you in case it is ever helpful to you. I have really felt that I have gone this path alone in that I have had incredible support, but I have had to figure out a lot of things on my own. I did not find a lot of the information online, and I took a lot of chances in 2019, especially applying to schools in the UK. That was not something that anyone had ever talked to me about, but it was something that I really needed to do for myself, and it was honestly one of the best decisions I could have made at the time. And I strongly recommend that if you are somebody that is looking at the possibility of studying abroad, please contact me if you want any information about my own experience. I'd be happy to share that with you. I also help students applying to Oxbridge, so if that's something you're interested, please reach out. I made this channel in order to help you guys and to provide information that I wish I had had when I was going through the process. So that all being said, I wanted to talk about what's going to be important for me in 2020 and the things that I really want to work on. Every year when you make your resolutions, there's going to be the obvious things that you want to achieve, things that are your goals. And so for me, here are a couple of my more obvious goals. So one, I would like to gain acceptance to a PhD program. This is a long shot. I applied to some really competitive programs, and it is possible that I won't get in, but I'm really hoping and praying that I do, because I cannot tell you guys how much I truly love my research and how much it means to me to be able to do this research. I feel deeply passionate about my subject. I read books and I see sources, and I just feel this heart-skipping sense of excitement. And I have so many ideas about the things that I want to do with my research, questions I wish to explore, things I'd like to learn, things I want to teach people. And I'm also deeply passionate about getting a law degree as well. I haven't talked about my future goals very much on this channel, but I do hope to in the coming months, especially if I do get into a PhD program, and I want to be able to share a little bit more of that with you guys. But at this current moment, I'm feeling very nervous and anxious and kind of doubtful because I really want to gain acceptance to a PhD program. I want to work with a variety of supervisors and faculty members to develop my research. I believe in community. I believe in creating a strong network and support system to develop your research. I don't think that it's all that beneficial to only work with one person. I think that it is truly beneficial to work with a multitude. And so that's my first goal of the year, is to either gain acceptance to a PhD program or prepare to reapply. Even if I don't get in this cycle, I will reapply. This is a dream and a goal of mine, and I'm not letting it go anytime soon. So my second goal is to graduate from Oxford with distinction. I have had a bit of a difficult time at Oxford thus far, not necessarily academically, more so personally. It has been one of the most challenging experiences of my life, and I will talk more about this in depth in future videos, but Oxford has been a real test of my mental health and my ability to persevere. It's difficult as a grad student to feel confident in your work all the time. So that all being said, I just want to finish out my time at Oxford in the best way that I can and take advantage of my opportunities there. I want to dig into the archives and really do as much as I can with my supervisor in the time that I'm there. Since I will not be applying for a PhD at Oxford, I want to make sure that I make the most of that experience and that I really dedicate myself to my friendships as well as to my work. So my third goal is to travel more and to improve my photography skills. And I haven't talked about this a lot on this channel, but I really love photography and I'm starting to get into videography. I'm not terribly good at it yet, but I'm starting to figure it out. I really love photography and I've been trying to dedicate myself to it as much as I can. And I have a couple opportunities too. I plan to travel a little bit over the coming months while I'm at Oxford. I am going to be going to Paris for a weekend and then Prague with my grandmother for a week during the spring break. And then I do plan to go on a trip either on my own or with friends during summer break after I have submitted my dissertation and have left Oxford. And then depending on where I get in, if I get into a PhD, I may be moving to the East Coast. So there will be lots of travel involved with that. I do plan to drive across the country if I do get into a school on the East Coast. And so there's just a lot that I want to do. There's a lot of things I want to photograph. I have really found YouTube and photography to be a creative outlet and I've really been enjoying it. And I strongly recommend that if you're trying to think of something that will really help you thrive this year, it is to find something that will provide you with a creative outlet, whether that's reading fiction again, or that's traveling, or taking photos, whether it's with your phone or with a professional camera, whatever you can manage to do. I know it is a privilege to travel. It is a privilege to have quality camera equipment, but I'm going to make the absolute most of it and I want to be able to share those experiences with you guys. So that being said, that is one goal of mine for the year. My fourth goal is to reach 2,000 subscribers on YouTube. I know this is a far-reaching goal, but in only 4 months I have gained 400 new subscribers. So I wanted to say thank you guys for subscribing to this channel. If you guys are watching this video and you are not yet subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. I love hearing from you guys. I respond to every comment, every message, every DM, and I really love getting to know you guys and your personal stories. And there's so much more content coming your way, and I have a lot of different ideas for the future. And yeah, I just hope you guys stick around for the ride. I really love getting to work with you guys, and seeing your guys' comments really brightens my day. Number 5 is that I would like to launch my consulting services on a professional platform. So I have a lot of plans for my consulting business. If you guys have been following me for a while, you may know that I provide counseling for admissions for undergraduates, for transfers, and for people applying to Oxbridge. I would like to launch my website for that particular service. I would like to begin charging a small amount for those services, as well as establish a nonprofit sector of that business. As of right now, my counseling services are entirely free, and I'm going to be offering those free services until the summer. So if you guys would like some free advice and you'd like some one-on-one assistance, please go ahead and shoot me an email. We can schedule a consultation. I'd love to get you guys' feedback, and it's really a way for me to gain a reputation, but also to help others and hopefully gain some testimony in my favor. And this next bit is a little bit more personal. I want to live every day to the fullest. As somebody that studies history, I think that it's really important to write your own and to live every day in a cognizant manner and to be mindful and to continue learning, to enjoy every day, to enjoy the company of your friends, and not to kind of get stuck in the cycle. I think we live day to day and we kind of wait for time to pass by, but then we look back and time has just flown by without us really realizing it. And my last couple months at UCLA, I was really conscious of enjoying every single day with my friends, looking around the campus and enjoying the beauty around me. And even though I was stressed beyond belief about my thesis, I tried to really enjoy the process of writing that thesis. I am proud of the work that I did, and I am so glad that I worked with the professors that I did and that I took the time to really appreciate the opportunities I had been granted. I do strongly believe that things happen for a reason, whether you would like to call that fate or destiny or luck, or if that's something that you relate to your own religious faith. Either way, I think that things happen for a reason, and I believe that I am here where I am today because not only did I work hard, but that I was meant to be here, and that I am incredibly lucky and immensely privileged to be in the position that I am today, to be at Oxford, and to be studying something that I love so much. And so my goal for this year is just to be mindful, to trust my intuition, and to not just go with the flow, to really appreciate every single day. I hope that you guys do too. If you've made it to the end of this video, please leave me a comment down below saying what your New Year's resolutions are and your goals and things that you would like to accomplish and the person that you want to be this year. I'd love to communicate with you guys down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I have a couple fun vlogs coming for you guys. I leave to go back to Oxford on Friday. I have a lot of fun and creative content coming your way, so if you guys are not yet subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
He started with hello on a summer afternoon. I lost myself